At least will give her more energy.
Morning, colleagues. I see that it's exactly past. I think we should start, honorable members.
Recording in progress.
Yes, good morning, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable members, are there any apologies?
Madam Speaker, Chief Whip has her hand up, ma'am.
Yes, Chief Whip.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much. Good morning, honorable colleagues. Honorable Speaker, I have the apology of the Deputy Chief Whip of the Majority Party. She's attending the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence. She's unable to attend this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Whip. Any other apologies, honorable members?
Madam Speaker, the honorable member of COPE, Mr. Luate, has also apologized.
Uluwate has just joined us now. How can he have an apology? This is his first meeting. Anyway, it's okay, honorable members. Those are the two apologies we have, and we take note of those. We then proceed,
Honorable Speaker, Honorable
Yes,
Kwanga
ma'am.
has just sent a message that he's experiencing connectivity challenges. He's unable to connect. That is Honorable Kwanga from UDM. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So those are the three apologies, honorable members. We then proceed to consider the items on the agenda. Are we happy with the agenda, honorable members? Can somebody move for adoption?
Good morning, Honorable Speaker.
Morning. Swart
Thank
moves.
you. Thank
Good
you
morning
very
to you,
much.
sir.
Thanks, Honorable Sheikh, and then supported by Honorable Swart. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sorry, Honorable Speaker. Good morning. I just wanted to know whether a condolence motion for Honorable CBC will be discussed under programming or should be added onto the agenda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Shwahube.
Thank you, Speaker. Perhaps, I don't know if this will come up from your remarks. I do think perhaps it is quite important to reflect on two issues which have arisen since we last met. The one being the report that was tabled by the STP on the fire, and the other matter being the issue around the remuneration of the STP, which came in the Sunday Times. I thought maybe you may be able to reflect on that. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kwahube. My reflection on those matters is that we should allow them to be processed, that we will not discuss those matters today. We are simply discussing the program which is before us, and those matters, both matters, should be allowed to be processed, and once they are properly processed, then they will be presented first at the Chief Whip's Forum and then to the Programming Committee. Thank you very much. Honorable Papo.
I've raised my hand, and thanks, Speaker. I think you are correct. We had long agreed that we do not discuss unprocessed issues. I fully agree with you. We don't want to be caught by surprise issues. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable
Speaker.
Papo. Honorable, yes, Honorable Congo. I see your hand, yes.
Thank you, Mama. Sorry. For the purposes of our record in this meeting, is it then possible for you to just outline the process that is going to be followed in trying to deal with this matter and the timelines that we should be looking at, and when exactly, for example, those matters will be before this committee to be discussed and finalized, if at all? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Kwangwa. Honorable Papo.
You see, when I raised my hand, it was because, for example, we had agreed that the reports in relation to the rebuilding of the parliament, whatever issue has to go to the committee on the financial management, and then get information in the Chief Whips Forum. I think it does not also change the purpose of the NAPC, but that's my one.
Oh, thank you very much, Honorable Papo. Honorable Frolic?
No, good morning, Honorable Speaker, and good morning, Honorable Members. No, I concur, Speaker, with the Honorable Papo. There is a structure that is also called the Joint Standing Committee on the Financial Management of Parliament, where some of these matters must first be processed. And from there, we will take it. The programming committee is to consider the program and not correspondence and other issues that you pick up in the Sunday Times and other places. There's processes in Parliament, and that must be respected. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Frolic. Thank you very much, Honorable Members. Then we proceed. In other words, the agenda remains as is. It has been adopted and it has been seconded. We then proceed, Honorable Members, to deal with the minutes of the meeting of the 21st of September. Thank you, Honorable Member. Those are the minutes, Honorable Members. Are there any matters in the minutes which require some correction? None. I don't see, there are no hands up. So we're happy with the minutes. So can someone move for the adoption of the minutes?
Good morning, Madam Speaker. I move for the adoption of the minutes.
Thank you very much, Ngaden Ntombela. Minutes adopted. Any seconders? Honorable Machodina.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Honorable Members. We then proceed, Honorable Members, to deal with the third item on the agenda, which is matters arising out of the minutes. Matters arising out of the minutes.
Madam Speaker, may I?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, maybe three issues I would like to touch on. The condolence motion in respect of the late Prince Buthelezi is now scheduled for the 7th of November. That will be reflected upon when we discuss the program. And secondly, the issue of introduction of legislation. Madam Speaker, I had written to the Leader of Government Business, and the Leader of Government Business responded to indicate that a meeting would be arranged between the Office of the Speaker and his office to discuss the matter. And I think part of the discussion will be how to deal with bills that are being introduced currently. For instance, we have the Public Service Commission bill, which has been introduced. There's an SABC bill as well, and statistics bill. So I think that will be part of that discussion. We're also asked to look at venues for physical sittings for the next 3 to 6 months. We are working on that. We are able to confirm, as we did previously, that we have a venue for the MTBPS on the 1st of November. We also have a venue for SONA, which is on the 8th of February 2024. As soon as we have an indication of when the elections will be, we will also secure a venue, but we are looking at venues already for the first sitting of Parliament after the elections. We are aware that there may be a need for a physical sitting in November to consider some of the issues that are before the Justice Committee, perhaps, and we are looking at that possibility as well. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. Honorable Members, that is a report on matters arising. Honorable Chief Whip of the Majority Party.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Let me welcome this report from Mr. Tasso. I wish to raise a matter on page 2, Honorable Speaker, on page 2 of the minutes from the report of committee section, where on the matter of the National Gambling Bill, which we're supposed to get some update, because you'll remember that it started in 2019 and seemingly we are not moving forward as it was not supported by provinces in the NCOP. So I think we must agree on what is the next step. Are we letting it lapse for this term because of that challenge, or what is going to happen with it? Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Chief Whip. Mr. Castle, would you be able to respond to that? Thanks.
Ma'am, I will attempt. There are basically two options, as Honorable Chief Whip has indicated. One, it is to get that bill to the mediation committee, which can be done. Obviously, we'll have to suspend certain rules to enable that, but it's possible. The second one is to allow the bill to lapse. My information is that there were a lot of differences among the stakeholders in terms of the contents of the bill. Hence, it was not taken to mediation committee immediately, because some of these issues, I think the intention was to resolve them before the bill went to the mediation committee. Now, it might just assist to establish from the sponsor of the bill, the minister concerned, in terms of the desirability of proceeding with this bill. So my advice, Madam Speaker, would be that would obviously prepare advice for Madam Speaker in correspondence to the relevant minister to indicate the desirability of this piece of legislation to still go through the system. Once we have obtained that response, the bill will either be referred to mediation committee or be allowed to lapse, which is still a possibility. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Klasso. Honorable members, is that clear? If it is, then shall we proceed? Are there any other matters arising out of the minutes? It seems none, honorable members. In that case, we then proceed to deal with the next item on the agenda. And the next item on the agenda is the report of the committee section.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Good morning to honorable members and to my colleagues. Madam Speaker, the report of the committee section is as it was distributed. There are few updates on this report. However, with your permission, I would like to focus on just few of the slides. I will start with slide number 2. On this slide, there are 42 ordinary bills currently before the NA committees. Of the 42 ordinary bills, at least 21 are Section 75 bills and 17 are Section 76 bills. Still on this slide, Madam Speaker, of the 21 Section 75 bills, we only have 8 Section 75 bills that are likely to be finalized by end of November, and only 7 Section 76 bills that are likely to be finalized between November and March 2024. And this information is reflected in the report. The next reporting slide will be slide number 9. Here we have the relocation of seat of parliament bill, which has since been withdrawn in terms of Rule 334. The next reporting slide is slide number 15. On this slide, we want to report that there is the Divorce Amendment Bill 32 of 2022, on slide number 11, is being processed by the PC on Justice together with the Divorce Amendment Bill B22 of 2023. So the process of finalizing the Divorce Amendment Bill of 2023 will depend on the finalization of the current Divorce Amendment Bill that is before the PC on Justice. Then we move to slide number 18. From slide number 18 to 20, Madam Speaker, these are the new referrals Since September, we have received about 7 new bills before committees, and these bills are at different stages of processing. On slide number 19, we have can you go to slide number 19, please? The Remuneration of Public Office Bearers Amendment Bill has since been referred to the correct committee, which is PC on Justice and not the PC on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. On slide number 21, there are 2 bills that has been returned from the NCOP, Performance Protection Amendment Bill, as well as Copyright Amendment Bill for the PC on Trade and Industry to concur. Then we move to slide number 25. Slide number 25 and 26, we are reporting on the 2 matters. The first matter is the matter of Judge President MJ Hlophe, as well as the matter of Judge President Mutata. Both matters will be dealt with by the PC on Justice on the 21st and the 24th of October, respectively. Then on slide number 28, we want to report as well that this committee will hold its first meeting on the 24th of October. We have received all names of parties except for the EFF, which must still submit a name of a person representing the party in that committee. The last slide will be slide number 33. Here we are just reporting on an update on the report of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry. The Committee on Justice will receive an update from the National Prosecuting Authority on the 24th of October, 2023. That concludes my report. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kiba. Honorable members, there's the hand. Honorable Kwahube.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Can we get clarity? I saw on one of the slides the SABC bill, which is a new referral. I wanted to find out, is that a committee bill or an executive bill? I only ask that, of course, because we have long passed the date for referrals from bills from the executive. If I can just get clarity on that, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kaso.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. That's an executive bill. And also to respond to the part of the question of the Honorable Chief Whip, what I reported on earlier was that there are bills that have since been introduced, and the meeting between the Honorable Speaker and the Leader of Government Businesses is meant to deal with those issues. What happens to those bills? And indeed, Speaker had indicated a date by which bills must be introduced, but we do know that there are bills that must be passed before the elections. Of course, I'm not sure if the SABC bill is one of those, but there will be bills that have a direct bearing on the elections that must still be introduced. So that meeting is meant to deal with those issues. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. Honorable Deputy Speaker, Ichisa.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. I just thought that Ms. Giba should explain the relocation bill withdrawal. This is a public meeting. I'm sure people are wondering what's going on there. A little explanation might be useful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DS. Chief of the Majority Party.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honestly, I'm not sure whether this matter falls in committee or in bills. There was this issue of the World Anti-Doping Agency that there's amendment that is supposed to be done. Does that form package of what the Speaker is going to discuss with the Leader of Government Business? Is it already referred to Committee of Sport? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chief, there was a hand. Have you withdrawn your hand, Honorable Kwahu?
No, I hadn't, ma'am. I wanted to just ask you, so then does this mean that you've reneged on your agreement on the bills that can't be introduced? When can we get feedback from your meeting with the leader of government business? Thank you.
Once the meeting is done, and Honorable Papo, as the counselor to the Deputy President, who is the leader of government business, will then inform us on the day. And once that meeting is set, I'll come and give you a report. Mr. Kasu?
Madam Speaker, on the relocation bill, I was just looking for the specific rule. I think it's Rule 334. A member or a sponsor, a minister, can withdraw a bill before it is set for second reading in the House. Now, this is a private member's bill, the relocation bill. So the party concerned, the member concerned, has opted to withdraw that bill before it goes through the process. That's the first thing, ma'am. The second one is that the ad hoc committee on intelligence, that committee is meant to process a bill that must still be introduced. I've been informed that there are delays in terms of introducing that bill. There may be a need, but this is a matter that I'll be discussing with the WIPARI. There may be a need to enable that committee to proceed with a committee bill instead of the executive bill. But that's a matter that will be discussed with the WIPARI. But I just thought I should mention that because it was indicated earlier that ad hoc committee will be meeting for the first time next week. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. I don't see any other hands. Does this mean that there are any other matters related to the bills? Then we proceed then to receive our next presentation from the Bills Office.
Honorable Speaker, am I going to be responded to, Honorable Speaker?
Yes. May I speak?
Mr. Kasu?
I must still obtain information on the anti-doping agency matter, whether there is a bill in the system or not. Even if there isn't, it's certainly one of those issues that would probably be discussed in that meeting because it is an important matter, urgent matter that needs attention. So we will do a list of matters from our perspective that we would propose to Madam Speaker to raise in the interaction between her office and the office of the Deputy President. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. I hope you are clear, Honorable Chief Whip of the Majority Party.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, then I invite Dr. Mbata to present her report.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker. Good morning, honorable members and colleagues. On our report today, we will report from slide number 3. Most of the matters, Honorable Speaker, has already been discussed, which is the 3 bills that have been recently introduced. As mentioned in this report, the SABC bill, the Statistics Amendment Bill, and the Public Service Commission Bill. The Statistics and the SABC Bill, they are both Section 75, and the Public Service Commission Bill, it's a proposed Section 76 bill. And again, Honorable Speaker, we have these 4 new referrals that have been done yesterday of the 4 private members' bills that were set for first reading when were introduced, but we have since received a communication for them to be referred to their respective committees. And the next one is the withdrawal of the relocation of seat of parliament bill, which also has already been discussed. The next slide is slide number 4. On slide number 4, Honorable Speaker, it's the executive legislative program that was submitted early this year with 42 bills. And 16 bills have since been introduced, which is one of them is the Public Service Commission bill. It was one of the priority bills that were supposed to be introduced this year. The next slide is slide number 6. On slide number 6, Honorable Speaker, we are reporting on bills that have been passed by Parliament and sent to the President for assent. The fundraising amendment bill was passed and sent to the President for assent, with its second language was Afrikaans. And the last slide, Madam Speaker, is slide number 7. On slide number 7, we are reporting on the 4 bills that were assented to by the President. Is the repeal of the Transkenyan Penal Code Bill, the Land Court Bill, the Traditional Courts Bill, and the South African Post Bank Limited Amendment Bill. So that's all from the Bill's office, Madam Speaker, but with your permission, can I please hand over to my colleague, Advocate van der Merwe, to continue her report on Constitutional Court judgments. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. van der Merwe?
Good morning, Speaker, and good morning to the members. Thank you. We have one new matter to report on slide 2. It is a matter dealing with the Divorce Act. And there's already legislation before Parliament amending this act, but it does not deal with this matter. The matter is about a redistribution order that is not available in all instances, and that is what this case addresses. There is a read-in at the moment, but once it lapses in 2025, there will be no remedy. So there's definitely something that has to be done, but our office is preparing an opinion to brief the committee chairperson, and we will also follow up with the relevant department. On slide 3, the next slides deal with progress. There is also a report that has been circulated. We will only highlight certain matters in this presentation. On the Correctional Services Act, this is the one where the court's order is most imminent to lapse, 3 December 2023, 2 December 2023. And the Portfolio Committee has already reported on the bill. The bill is before the Select Committee, and the Select Committee has already started their consideration of the bill. They aim to complete their process early in November 2023. Then the Regulation of Interception of Communications Act. The Constitutional Court order lapses early in 2024 in February, but a necessary amendment bill has already been introduced and the committee has already scheduled meetings for deliberation. On slide 4, the Marriages Act and the Divorce Act. So I've already mentioned there is a divorce bill before Parliament, and it deals indeed with this matter. There is both a private member's bill and an executive bill before the committee. A decision has been taken that the private member's bill will at this point in time stand over. The committee will consider the executive bill. The member that introduced the member's bill will be able to make inputs into the executive bill and can then decide once the executive bill has been finalized whether to proceed with his private member's bill or not. The Marriage Act, however, is of concern to us. The order lapses in June 2024. With elections on the way, that is a very, very close date. Our office has met with the chairperson of the relevant committee. Chairperson shares our concern and has asked the minister for a progress on this. There is a meeting scheduled for the 24th of October for the minister to provide progress on this, not just on the bill, but also on whether there would be an extension application, as the date is very close. The bill is not yet ready for introduction, and I cannot see Parliament making that suspended date from the court. The next one is the Copyright Act. On this one, there's very good progress made. The Select Committee has passed a bill. What happened here was that there was already a bill before Parliament when the judgment was given. That bill has then been passed by the National Council of Provinces, and it is already now referred to the Portfolio Committee. That committee has scheduled meetings in November to deal with this bill. Then on slide 5, the last slide, The one matter is the Drugs and Drug Trafficking Act. On this matter, the Portfolio Committee on Justice has requested permission from the House to extend the scope of the Cannabis for Private Purposes Bill. And the committee, in fact, in this week, sat on submissions on this inclusion of dealing with children related to cannabis, to take them out of the criminal system. And tomorrow they will be discussing proposals in respect of the submissions made by the public. And then the last matter is the Traditional and Khoisan Leadership Act, where there was a concern from the court regarding public participation. And the committee and the department has had a couple of meetings on this, and a decision has been taken that the executive will in fact prepare a bill, and they intend to introduce that bill by 30 April 2024. The lapsing is only in 2025, so there is sufficient time. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Ms. van der Merwe. Honorable Kwahube.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, I do believe that I need to place this on the record, having gone through Advocate van der Merwe's presentation. There are a number of pieces of legislation that have court deadlines attached to it. And it concerns me because now it seems as though on top of the workload that we still need to do, which is legally mandated, there's also now a reneging on a decision that we took 3-4 weeks ago. And it's still unclear to me how and why the decision of the NAPC must be subject to a meeting that you will later have at a different stage. What is going to happen is that this is going to place Parliament in a very unenviable position of that Khoisan bill, where we are not doing proper justice to lawmaking. And I do want to place it on the record that I am concerned about this, because the decisions that we make here are binding to the executive and not the other way around.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kwahube. I've noted your comments, decisions binding to the executive, of course. And by the way, you recall that the person who raised this matter very sharply here at this meeting last time of the programming committee is the presiding officer, the Speaker herself. So I do appreciate what you are raising, and you can rest assured that all of us are concerned about those kinds of issues where people delay implementing decisions of the executive. But certainly, when an issue arises like it has happened now, there must be a proper evaluation of the issue and then make a determination whether in fact you allow it to proceed or not. I don't think that the people from that office simply accept any piece of legislation which comes even beyond the deadline. You recall that I was very firm about the deadline of the 4th. But when a case has been presented and when in your evaluation assessment of that issue, you then realize that there is a very serious matter which needs to be addressed, obviously, you then use your discretion. I then proceed to invite the Ms. Tseke, Honorable Tseke Grace, to present the draft parliamentary program.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and greetings to the colleagues. The program for this week, let me start with the international relations. From the 23rd to the 27th of October, we'll have the IPU Assembly, which will be held in Angola. And from the 30th of November to the 12th of December, we'll have the COP28, which will be held by, for this week, Honorable Speaker, today is Thursday, we'll have the sitting, which is scheduled, it's a physical sitting, which is scheduled from 2 o'clock, which will discuss it will be the debate on the consideration of the report on the recommendation of a person for the appointment as public protector. Tomorrow, committees, as usual, are sitting. Can you go down? Week 26 on Tuesday in the morning, it will be committees. From 2 o'clock, we're expecting which will be Tuesday, the 24th of October, a statement by the Minister of Electricity on the Energy Action Plan is also scheduled. Parties will be allowed to respond to the statement, and the Minister will close the debate by replying at the end. There will be the second reading debates on Railway Safety Bill and Climate Change Bill on the very same day. On Wednesday, it's questions for oral reply to the economic cluster, which will be on the 25th of October. On Thursday, the 26th of October, we'll have a debate on a bill, Upstream Petroleum Resources Development Bill, and the BELA Bill, which is the Basic Education Laws Amendment Bill. We have also scheduled the international agreement on Luxembourg Protocol to the Convention on International Interest in Mobile Equipment on matters specific to railway rolling stock. On Friday, there are 3 virtual mini plenaries. All of them will meet simultaneously in order to consider the reports. The following week, which will be on Tuesday, we'll have a plenary which is hybrid. We'll process the National Council on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide Bill, and we'll also have the consideration of reports on filling of vacancies on the MDDA board and the ICASA are also scheduled for the 31st of October. Just to note that, Speaker, that the time allocation on condolences for the late Prince M.G. Buthelezi is scheduled for the 7th of November, and time will be confirmed in due course. Lastly, the consideration of reports on the BRRs will also be scheduled as from November, until we finalize those reports. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Tseke. Mr. Kaso?
Madam Speaker, the matter of, Chief Whip has her hand up, ma'am. She might raise the same issue. Thank you.
Okay. Chief Whip of the Majority Party.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, there was an earlier question from Honorable Sheikh Imam on the condolences motion for Honorable CBC. I want to suggest here in this NAPC, Honorable Speaker, that let's put together those condolences motion of Honorable Prince Buthelezi and Honorable CBC on the 7th of November. I'm making this suggestion, Honorable Speaker, because the program is fully packed. If it means a short notice to the family, we apologize, but I think we can use that day, the 7th, for both condolences motion. It will not be for the first time. There was a time where we had 5 condolences motion on one plenary. So I move that we bring it to the 7th, because going beyond that, the program is very packed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Whip of the Majority Party. Honorable members, I'm sure we all accept. Okay, there's a hand from Honorable Sheikh Imam.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Yeah, I think I want to support the proposal made by the Honorable Chief Whip. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sheikh Imam, particularly because this member is a member of your party. Thank you for supporting that proposal. Honorable members, are there any other matters coming out of the report, relating to the report which has just been presented to us by Honorable Tseke? It seems there are none because I don't see hands on the screen. In that case, matter is done with. Are there any announcements, Mr. Kaso?
Member, we would just like to remind honorable members that today we're meeting physically at the City Hall. The meeting starts at 2 and would request members to be seated by 1:45 so that we can start on time at 2 o'clock. It's a roll call voting. And yes, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaso. Honorable members, there it is. It is a 3-line whip, as we all know, and hopefully we will proceed and finalize this matter today. Thank you very much, honorable members. On that note, the meeting is adjourned until next week, honorable members. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Recording
Thank you,
stopped.
Honorable Speaker.